Hey, viewers and viewers, my name is John, Red Strategist. Welcome back to episode 313 of So You're Being Hunted. Phil, what the hell are you doing there on Skype, eh?
Right, sorry, I'm going to end call.
Oh,
right,
okay,
bang.
end call. See you then.
I
Bye.
possibly do that.
Phil's definitely not joining us then for this episode. He's definitely not here right now. I don't know who you're hearing, but it's not Phil.
You know what would be an interesting thing? Of all the So You're Being Hunted episodes, that's obviously 313 episodes now, of all of the episodes, how many have I been in?
Yeah, how many have you been in?
It's an interesting one because there's obviously ones right at the start. I've looked at the ones like, there was like part 50 and part 40 where it was... you didn't have a microphone and I had to speak and you'd subtitle me.
Indeed.
And then it was me coming over and you had the microphone, and now it's obviously me over Skype. But yes, might be a little thing for your viewers there. See how many times that I've been in. I know I've been in a fair few where we've done stuff. Yeah, we have done where we've talked about various different things. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
It is amazing, actually, to think, how many episodes of Sir there have been, and then thinking about, the number of times you've collabed. That'd be fantastic. What the total number of collab videos with me and you there are actually on the channel overall? Not just Sir, but all series.
Sir, yes. That's an interesting one because there is definitely a fair few.
Yeah,
definitely a fair few.
From all
the majority will be me sitting in the same room as you because obviously I did that when I'd come over. But now obviously we can do it through Skype.
Indeed, we
which
can.
Is better.
Yes. Yeah. I'm just going to take this guy out. There we go. Lovely.
Oh yes, you're still doing the literature hunt. That's it.
That's the one. Yeah, I'm just.
It's actually managed to do a good book.
Indeed, yeah. That's what I'm trying to do at the moment. This and the last couple of episodes, been on the Centre Island just trying to get rid of some of this revolver ammo. That's all, because it's absolutely jam-packed my inventory.
I know.
Right.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, let's see what this one is. Hounds and their treachery. I don't think I've got this one on my list, so I might, unless it's on here. No, I don't have it on the list. It's a new one. You can probably hear me fiddling around in the background.
I've just noticed, yes, part of the text is coming off. The edges there. Yeah.
Hounds and their treachery, if I write
Hounds
that
and
down.
the Baskervilles. Ooh, Sherlock Holmes reference.
Indeed, yeah. Hounds have long been a source of myth and rumour for the people of the British Isles, Phil. A black dog is an omen of woe or even death, while a blue dog is a kind of joke, only understood by the Welsh. The true nature of dogs, however, was unknown until the 1890s, when a local squire, Princeton Hansley, began to study their habits and was able to prove that they had been meeting in secret to discuss the overthrow of their masters. This evidence of both the dog language and its attendant conspiracy made hounds into pariahs, and they began to live in their own villages at the edge of civilization. The beasts would make money by playing cards or by learning new tricks. Some say that one day dogs will return, and it won't just be ghastly. Or won't that just be ghastly?
It's incredibly unbelievable.
Yes, unbelievable in the extreme. Old Phil just won't be able to believe it. He'll see the dogs sat around the table playing cards, and he'll think, "My goodness, this is not technically possible."
It's actually a painting, isn't it?
It is.
The card players with human-like torsos and dog heads.
Yes, it's very strange.
That's it.
Indeed, but Phil.
Yes.
So,
yes, Andrew. Andrew. Yes.
Yes, indeed, Phil. Yes, Phil. Yes, Phil. Absolutely, yes, Phil. I hope you're doing well there, Phil.
Oh my God! I thought you went into the back there, and I thought, oh my God, that's got a load of books. But then it's up to you just putting them in. Yeah,
yes, that's correct. Yes. So obviously, originally Sir wasn't going to be part of our recording schedule today, but
was it? No.
Yeah, I mentioned I had a little topic of interest that might have been good, and you said, "Oh, why don't we add Sir to the list?" And I thought, okay, yeah, let's do that then. So, Phil, this is an interesting question that I was thinking about, and it's not based on current affairs or anything like that, but it's just one of those interesting things to ask. It might be quite illuminating about us as people. So, here's the thing that I had in mind. I've got a little bit of a hypothetical situation. So,
oh God, right, okay.
Okay, so you ready for this then? So, the question is, you're going to be holding a dinner party, okay? And it's going to be a very fancy, swanky dinner party, several courses.
Yes, I'm famous for doing those kinds of things.
You are, for your soirees. But,
Soirees.
but basically, you have to put together a guest list for this dinner party. So the question is, you can invite absolutely anybody you want to this dinner party. It can be people who are alive, people who technically are dead, famous figures, historical figures, celebrities, whoever. So the question is, who are you going to invite to your dinner party and why? What is it about them that you think would make them particularly interesting? So,
well, first things first is I would find a scientist who has a cloning machine and just put myself into there and have 20 versions of me
20 films
around the table.
Really?
And then that's all we need.
That'd be very interesting.
And the reason why is because I love myself so much. So there we go. That's me done.
Question
On to
done.
you now.
So Phil is basically the narcissist, and he wants to just talk to himself all day long.
That would just be awful, though. No, I couldn't cope with phoning yourself because you'd find yourself annoying at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to do that.
You get to experience
is there a stipulation for this to how many guests you can have?
No stipulation in terms of how many guests you can have, as many or as little as you want.
Right, I'll invite the entire planet then. 7 billion of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you
God,
go.
imagine that.
Yes.
Imagine that. So, who would I invite to my party of dinner variety?
I'll tell you what, you can think about that whilst I'm just reading through this. And,
we've got another. Sorry, I didn't see. Yes, we've got another book. Yes.
One that I've not read in this current playthrough so far. The Tale of Lazy R7 G15. Once upon a time, there was Phil, a robot whose name was R7 G15, and he lived with his mother on a common. They were very poor, and the old robot got her living by decrypting secret files. But R7 G15 was so lazy that he would do nothing but bask in the sun in the hot weather. So they called him Lazy R7 G15. His mother told him he would have to work or be deactivated. This roused R7 G15, and he went out and hired himself for the next day to a neighbouring farmer for a penny. But as he was coming home, he lost the penny. "You stupid lout," said his mother. "You should have put it in your pocket." "I'll do so another time," replied R7 G15.
Wow, what a lazy bitch.
What a lazy son of a gun. There we are.
So what made you think of this question then? Is there any reason? Did you see it on a thread, or did it just pop into your mind?
It kind of just popped into my mind. I think I've probably heard this kind of question before on things like talk shows and stuff like that. It's a good one just because it's kind of interesting to hear what people would say, or who they'd invite and what that potentially would kind of show about them and their kind of tastes and things like that. Yes. Because I've had a little bit of a think about it myself in terms of who I potentially might invite. Because I think there is definitely some interesting figures out there from things like the realms of science and stuff like that, who I imagine would have some very good stories, but not necessarily just historical ones. People from the present day as well.
Absolutely, people from the present day. Yeah,
indeed. Because, like for example, one of the people I thought of, because I was watching on YouTube some videos from organisations like Wired.co.uk and things like that.
Oh yes, I've
heard
of Wired.
Talks, things like that. And there is obviously some very interesting people who you get on there who, from realms like science, stuff like that, talking about their work and things they get involved in. And one that was actually, which I actually did find quite interesting to listen to, was a scientist called, what was she called? Doctor, is it Professor? One or the other. I think it might be Professor Jill Tarter.
Right.
She's an astronomer. And she was at one point director for the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. So she was involved in basically radio signals out into space, things like that. And it was a Wired video that I watched originally. It was like 10 minutes of her just answering questions about SETI's work and things like that.
The extraterrestrial life, yeah.
And then she... there was also a TED talk that she did, a lecture that she gave about the work of SETI. And I don't know, it was just really interesting because regardless of what you think about the whole potential existence of extraterrestrial life, as an astronomer, it's just very interesting to listen to what she says.
And she'd have the best thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, who is this Ted and why does he keep talking?
Yeah, TED Talks, indeed. Absolutely. So she'd be an interesting one, I think. To have
she would be an interesting figure, yes.
Absolutely. I'm just thinking, like, who else would I potentially invite?
Well, I'll tell you who would be an interesting figure, who we'd like to invite. I think Winston Churchill.
Winston Churchill, yes.
Winston Churchill, yes. Because I'm sure, obviously, I have lots of stories to tell, and he was one of the greats of the 20th century.
Absolutely.
One of the big persons to know. Obviously, he was in charge of the UK during one of the worst conflicts that history has ever witnessed. And it'd just be good to get his ideas of the why he came up with those tactics, what was the reasoning behind various things, and it'd just be a good chat. But every time you're near him, you probably bloody stink to high heaven because they used to obviously smoke his big cigars.
And he's a bit of a drinker as well. So
yes. So that's all the alcopop's gone.
Deary me.
But I think he would be an interesting person. I know he's a historical figure, but just interested to have a chat with him and just see what he's like and things like that.
Yeah. Another new book. Nice. Okay, well, let you continue thinking about the old question whilst I just note this one down and read it. So that is the mechanical cat. It says, but the mechanical cat only grinned at her and went on tearing and spoiling and devouring the fish, evidently not a bit the worse for the blow. On this, both the women attacked it with sticks and struck hard blows enough to kill it, on which the cat glared at them and spit fire. Then making a leap, it saw the women from the house. But presently the mistress returned, carrying with her a bottle of holy water, and looking in she saw the cat still devouring the fish. So she crept over quietly and threw holy water on it without a word. No sooner was this done than a dense black smoke filled the place, through which nothing was seen but the two red eyes of the cat, burning like coals of fire. Then the smoke gradually cleared away, and she saw but cogs and a circuit board. Interesting.
Last time I checked, cats don't breathe fire.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
Oh, you've never met my grandmother's cats then, have you, Phil?
Maybe this is the cat that transforms into a dragon.
Dragon cat, yes.
A dragon cat.
Indeed.
A dragon cat.
Yes, indeed. I'm just thinking again, returning to the question, who else
Yes,
might
the
I
good
invite
question.
to my old dinner party? I was just thinking, from... Oh, have you got an idea there, Phil?
No, but I know who you could invite to your dinner party.
Go ahead. Oh, yes, you.
Oh my goodness me. You shouldn't have asked. I'd be delighted.
Well, I know. Phil, you know what? We'll put you in the corner, Phil. You know.
Put
Phil in the corner.
Yeah.
On the kids' table.
Yeah.
We'll give you some kids' party food, yes. And
I've been trying to ruse my brain.
Ruse my brain.
It's a contemplative question, that's for sure.
Indeed. So we can obviously extend that out to the viewers as well, you know.
Absolutely.
Any viewers, viewers out there, if you were hosting a big fancy dinner party and you could invite absolutely anyone to it, who would you invite and why would you invite them? What reasoning goes into it? What do you think why do you think they'd be an interesting guest? Yes, indeed. Absolutely.
Would you invite anyone? What do you think here? Would you invite anyone from Big Robot Games? Any of the? Because that might be interesting to talk to them. Yeah. Any
some
developers
game devs in there? Yes.
You bring them in. You go right. You sit there. And then
you sit there. Yeah.
No, just you sit there, and then you'd be like, I just want to ask you a question. Get back to say you're being hunted, please, with updates. Seriously.
To which they say, that's not a question, though. And you say, I don't care. Yeah, get back to say you're being hunted.
I'm going to keep you in a jail.
Wow, you're going to keep them locked in the basement.
Until you can confirm that you'll go back to say you're being hunted to do updates.
Yes. So, James Carey and Jim Rossignol, or whatever your names were, who were involved in the development of this game, you better get working on Sir You're Being Hunted too, otherwise myself and Phil are going to lock you in a basement somewhere, and we're going to basically only feed you bread and water, and then, until you've produced a sequel, or come back to this one, giving it some more updates.
Give it some more updates, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I've just thought of another person.
Oh, cool.
I want to invite to my dinner party.
Yeah.
Stephen King.
Stephen King? Oh, that would be an interesting one. Yeah.
Now, the reason I put Stephen King is I would really want to know what inspired him to. Where's the inspiration come for his horror books? Yeah. What gave him that inspiration? I know he's still living at the moment.
Oh yeah,
but
he's still living. Yeah.
He is, but he's doing very well because he's had quite a few of his books turned into films, and you've made it then, and we have another book.
Another book. This is another one that I've not read. Important Etiquette.
Wow, you're doing well.
I know, getting all of them. You see, this is why I changed the spawn settings so it's just the scarecrows that reappear. Because you always get interesting books.
Well, the thing is, I think the books don't really contribute to the storyline. I think they're just additional extras.
Yeah. Okay, important etiquette, Phil. Please bear this in mind at all times in your life. Do not speak to tall men. They are easily offended by shortness. Tea should not be drunk after 6 o'clock for religious reasons. That is heresy, and I completely disagree with it.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's heresy as well. Well, hang on. I drink mostly coffee at the moment, so that's okay for me.
Coffee? Yes.
Coffee, old blood.
Wearing a crab claw in your hat is considered overly exuberant. Shopkeepers and landlords can widely be addressed as yeomen. Remember to retain your grip on a black umbrella at all times. Never discuss taxes. Always mention your support for the crown. Your wife should not be allowed to tell allegorical jokes. Books are frivolous unless they refer to horses and husbandry of. No vilification of simpletons. Feign indifference. Do not mistake a gentleman for a lady when on consecrated ground. Foreigners should not be referred to without stepping outside. And smoking cigarettes is a fine way to seem disaffected. Weird. Wow.
Exactly.
Some
I
very
remember.
big
I will
rules.
remember all those rules. Yeah.
Indeed you will.
So Stephen King definitely would be interesting to have a chat to about where he got the inspiration for his books.
Yes.
And you've made it as an author when you get a good chunk of your books turned into movies.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I think Stephen King would also be a good one. Yeah, I'd put him on my list as well because I've read a few of his books and they're quite good.
No,
yeah.
I had a chat with him and he said he doesn't want to come to your dinner party. He'll just stay at mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Deary me. Well, that's no good.
If we talk about authors, I might stick Clive Cussler on that list as well.
Cussler.
Yeah, because I really enjoy his adventure books.
Yeah. I think he's dead now, Clive Cussler, isn't he?
I think he's still alive.
Oh,
I think he's still alive.
Just one I'd heard his obituary, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. But we'll have to see. I'll have to check it out later. I don't know. Yes. So yeah, Clive Cussler. I think they're absolute massive authors who'd be interesting to talk to. Yeah, both ones who you've read maybe as an adult, and maybe also ones you read whose books you read when you were a kid and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because it was obviously back when we were kids. The internet wasn't really a big thing at the time.
Indeed.
And computers weren't a big thing. So for entertainment, you mostly be TV and reading some books. I used to like a good read. I still like a good read now.
Yes.
I mean, I've got a membership at a library. So
membership library?
Aye, but obviously they're closed now.
Yes.
Another book, wow.
I know. Oh, this is definitely a new one as well. I've not seen this one, I don't think. That's The Bullies, Phil.
We don't like those sorts of people.
I've said it again. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I don't actually know how many books there are in total in Sir, but some of these, I don't know. This one doesn't sound familiar to me. I don't think I've seen this one before. To this gathering, only the bright and lively robots were welcome. Some of the best-natured among the big machines, and especially gigantic engines and tunnel machines, might pay a visit if they wanted to do so. But all the bad ones, such as poachers, sellers of liquids for wakes, who made men drunk, and all who, under the guise of utilities, were only agents for undertakers, were ruled out. The night dogs of the wicked hunter, the automated goats, and various cruel devices and computational creatures living in the ponds, and that pulled cattle down to eat them up, and the immodest handsome bots, whose bad behaviour was so well known, were crossed off the list of invitations.
Okay, that's an interesting little one there. Yes.
Interesting little one indeed. Absolutely, yes. At least you get plenty of pumpkins from these scarecrows as well.
Which you put on your head.
Put on my head, yes. In Minecraft.
Again, yes. Just shove it on your head and get that pumpkin-y goodness.
Or you can put a torch in it to make a jack-o'-lantern.
That's it. Oh, I mean, we're full of the references today.
I know, yes. Come here for your Minecraft tutorials. Absolutely.
What about for your dinner party? If you could invite I know they're fictional, but if you could invite a video game character to come and sit with you.
Video game character, eh? Let me think about this. So, looking back over the video games, just going through that. Maybe get some Beyond Good and Evil characters in there.
All right.
Yes.
You want to have Jade, maybe?
Yes. Get some lively characters to liven up the conversation. So maybe Jade.
I suppose you could do that. I suppose you could do that as well.
Yeah, you could do that, indeed. What other video games potentially would have good characters in them? Actually, that does give me an idea, because I just thought of the beginner's guide, and technically it's not a video game character, but Davy Reedon.
Right.
I'm thinking about the production process of like the Stanley Parable and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
an interesting one.
That would just see how that's because he obviously did the Stanley Parable as well. Yeah. There was supposed to be there were rumours of a Stanley Parable 2, wasn't there? That seems to have completely died off.
Bird just flew into that wall then.
And vanished off. Yeah, they want to do that, those pheasants.
They are. Absolutely, yes. Ballet pheasants.
Yes, I've thought of a good character for my dinner party. It would be absolutely Albert Einstein.
Oh, Albert Einstein, eh? Yeah. Get the theory of relativity up in that bitch.
Yeah, how did you come up with that, basically, and what's the thinking behind that? Yeah, that'd be good too. I mean, there's lots of scientists you could easily get. You got Stephen Hawking. That'd be a good shout. Things like that. What about that girl who got I forgot her name. she got shot by the Taliban.
Oh, Malala, yeah.
Advocating for peace. Yeah, she'd be an interesting character.
She would be, yeah. Some good experiences there. The Golden Arm Part 1, I've already found that.
Yeah, I remember that in one of your videos.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
But yeah, she would be interesting, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, God, so many historical figures I could think of, yeah.
Oh, surely there's got to be one person that's coming to your dinner party.
Phil, yes.
Not Phil. Not Phil.
Not Phil, eh? Who do you have in mind there, Phil?
Emily Browning.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Please dress up as Baby Doll, Emily. Put that on the invitation. Yes.
Oh God, I know who you could take to your dinner party if you could, no matter what. Probably some anime characters.
Yes.
Look at that! It made his voice crack. It did.
Yes, indeed, it did. That was a good one there, Phil. Let's see now. Which anime character shall I bring into it? I'll basically bring all the stereotypical anime waifus.
Junko Enoshima.
Junko. Ooh, okay. Actually, no. Let's bring all my Danganronpa waifus in. Let's get Kyoko Kirigiri. Let's get Aoi. Let's get Sonia. The gamer girl, Chiaki.
Sure. No, all of them will pop themselves.
Yes. And then let's just get to, the usual stereotype anime waifus that the internet loves. Let's get to What's-Her-Face from Fairy Tail. Let's get Lucy. Let's get to What's-Her-Face from Sword Art Online. Let's get
what's the name of the character from... what's it called? Gundam...
Oh, Gundam.
What the hell's her name?
Yeah, what is her name?
I've forgotten her name now.
Oh no. I was getting confused then with Gurren Lagann. That was Yoko, whatever she's called.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Oh,
Gurren Lagann. That's the one. Yeah.
14-year-old Yoko with the
Jesus.
14. Yes. Dearie me.
It's like the Pokemon characters. They're supposed to never age past 12 or something.
Oh yeah, we'll get to Sonia from Pokemon and Nessa from Pokemon. Dearie me. It's just going to be a dinner party table filled with all the anime waifus. And then one or two random real people.
Yeah, that would very
weird.
Strange.
Yes.
It's like the Weblock episodes. There was one where they had Captain Pugwash.
Oh yeah.
Who jumped at the end of the table.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, it's good.
It's Bloody Pugwash.
I'm trying to think who else. I would.
Who else? God, I'm just thinking about anime characters now.
Bring in Lara Croft.
Lara Croft, eh?
Yeah.
Yes, and now it's going to be all the anime and video game characters. Yes.
I'm just trying to think of any more in the present day. Who'd be interesting for you to bring along to your party? But having Boris.
Boris, eh? Bit of politics. Yeah. Yes. Get the balls.
With him, saying how well he's done for all the issues that we've been having. Obviously the quarantine and the lockdown, which is starting to lift now, which is fantastic. And the death ratio is going right down.
Oh, yes,
isn't
it is.
Yeah, which is fantastic.
Oh, another one. This is a new one, I think. The Awful Dream. God, I'm getting so many ones that I've never read before. The
That's
Awful
good.
Dream.
It means that it's got a lot in there.
Yeah. I heard the dogs howl in the moonlight night. I went to the window to see the sight. All the robots that ever I knew, going one by one and two by two. On they passed and on they passed, townsfellows all from first to last. Built in the moonlight of the lane, quenched in the heavy shadow again. Mechanicals marching as when we played, at soldiers once but now more stayed. Those were the strangest sight to me, who were drowned, I knew, in the awful sea.
Bit of a poem, that one. Oh, for God's sake, why doesn't my BBC News keep doing that?
I just heard that in the background and I nearly jumped.
I know.
Good Lord. Yes.
What is it?
What's the latest stories, Phil?
3 children have died and a woman is critically ill after a fire at their flat in Paisley.
Oh, okay. Right.
Oh
Bad
dear.
news then. Oh dear. That's not very nice.
See it, but I am happy about that the cases have gone down with regards to the coronavirus, and we are being lifted. Non-essential shops have reopened. Everything's starting to get to some back of normality.
Yes, indeed.
Which is fantastic news.
Apparently, where I work, they're still going to be doing their remote teaching into, I think, September through to December and all that.
Really?
Yeah. So looks like residential teaching might not be recommencing until possibly January. So
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not sure. We're still working from home at the moment, but there have been decisions whether to go back. But yeah. It's just been crazy, absolutely crazy.
It has been indeed, yes.
Just back to the dinner party.
The The dinner party, yes. It's hard, isn't it, when you put on the spot and you have to sort of think of a name very quick.
It's an interesting question. I like the idea. The question like this.
Indeed. Absolutely. Yes.
Who would be an interesting character who'd pop up?
I was thinking again on the subject of authors, because I read a lot of his books when I was a kid, possibly Brian Jakes.
Right.
He'd be an interesting one, potentially, just to sort of learn a bit more about his inspirations and his kind of creative process.
You know who you could put, who could work out inspirations, even though we sort of get it, probably did, because he had a few mental illnesses. H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh, H.P. Lovecraft, yeah.
Yeah.
He'd be an interesting one. Yeah, I do like his literature. Really interesting stuff there. For some reason, I also just randomly thought Bob Ross, except I wouldn't have him eating, I'd have him stood at the end of the table doing a painting.
Yes. How about those people? I know who should invite to our dinner party, because I think they'll have lots of stimulating conversation. Those people from Love Island.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Not the Love Island.
Or The Only Way is Essex.
Ugh,
yeah, that's
no.
another one. Yeah,
Yes.
Bring those along. Yeah.
Some Jersey Shore.
God.
No.
Oh, God. That'd be horrendous.
Absolutely not.
Like, can you imagine that them
forbidden.
there? And then you've got like Albert Einstein and God.
I know. A real sort of intellectual tonal shift.
I know.
Good God.
Good.
Yes.
That's crazy, that is.
It is. Oh, man.
The next question, on to that. What would you have at your dinner party? What would you serve your guests?
Ooh, yes. Oh, man. God, there's so many potential good foods you could serve up. I feel like I'd probably do a mixture of things. Maybe some different foods.
Probably want to hire a catering company.
Yeah.
Because you certainly can't get all that stuff cooked all by itself.
Indeed,
so
yes.
maybe hire a catering company to help out. But yeah, it's definitely things that are definitely high class. Things like fish related things, seafood. I know things like that. Maybe have like a different, like have some beef, some chicken, some lamb.
Yeah. Or we could just send Albert Einstein and some of the Danganronpa waifus to just basically go and get some fish and chips.
Yeah, just go and get some.
Yes.
Just go and get some McDonald's for us, would you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring us a KFC.
Yeah.
Dearie me, yes. Okay.
We'll get someone from right in the past who's never experienced it. So, what do you want from McDonald's, Genghis Khan?
Genghis Khan.
Right.
Yes.
It's like, what the hell's McDonald's? Also, why are we inviting Genghis Khan?
Indeed. I will have the blood of an enemy empire.
Or just invite Genghis Khan and then invite Hitler and go, right,
Oh, God.
you two, duke it out.
Duke it out, wow. Yeah.
And also,
Oh, dear.
was it Mao Zedong?
Oh, Mao Zedong, yeah.
The
Chinese.
Chinese.
He was the first leader of communist China, yeah.
Throw in there as well, Pol Pot. Throw him in there as well.
We're just having the big dictator's dinner party.
That's it.
Pol Pot, Mao Zedong, Hitler, we'll have Stalin in there as well.
Stalin in there, and to top it all off, we'll end it with General Red Strategist.
Oh, yes, him as well.
The ultimate.
And Kim Jong-un, yes, can't forget
Kim
him.
Jong-un.
Comrade Kim, the glorious leader, yes. Indeed, yes, we'll dedicate the whole dinner party to him. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, because you have to, otherwise you're going to get mutilated.
Dearie me, yes. Okay, well, I think we've been recording for a good while there, which will make a good
We've
episode.
Had a good discussion. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, interesting discussion there. So, viewers, who would you invite to your dinner party and why? And also, what sort of food would you sort of give them?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, yes. So, definitely engage with the topic conversation down in the comments below. In the meantime, of course, Facebook and Twitter links, Propagandist channel link, you'll go check those out if you're interested. Links down below as usual. If you enjoyed, do not forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share my videos with your friends on Facebook, Facebook on Twitter and all that social media.
Facebook is a form of media.
It is,
social media.
Yes, indeed. And then, just reflect on the fact that you've definitely got to invite Phil to your dinner party as well. Absolutely.
Oh, can't forget me, please. You can't forget me. I will come. And for what's his name again? The guy in our Q&A who liked the idea of my sweet chili beetroot.
Oh, Crazy Eddie, I think it was.
That's it, Crazy Eddie. If you're there, Crazy Eddie, invite me to your dinner party because we can get some sweet chili beetroot on the go, man.
Yeah, he'll bring you a whole crate of the stuff. Indeed.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, there you go.
Crate.
An actual crate. Yes. Well, thank you then for joining me, Phil.
No, actually, thank you for joining me because it's actually been me.
Oh wow, okay. It's been Phil actually who has been secretly playing this.
It will be a Phil. It will be a Phil. I will because I need to talk to you about that actually because I've been I want to talk to you about coming down to Swindon.
Oh right. We
can do Apprentice Challenge Part 2.
Oh yes, that'd be good. Yeah. Well,
since everything's starting to lift now, it's probably I can easily come see you because I've seen my parents, you've seen your parents,
yes.
We've all seen things, so it's definitely I can definitely probably come down round about now.
Indeed, yeah. You can come and get the T-shirt, Phil. I have visited. Red and there you go.
All I got was this lousy T-shirt. Yeah.
Yes, that's all you have to show for it. Okay, goodbye then, everybody.
Bye bye.
There you go. See, apart from leg day, it's also work on arms day. Well, it looks like we're going up there, but yeah, we can't go up there. That's probably where we have to go. Unless there's something knocking around here. Is there? Oh, I've slid it. Oh, it's the stage area. Yes. We definitely want to go down here. But I still feel like some of these might come to life. See, look, there's ones that have bases, but there's a couple over there that don't have bases, which makes me think they're pretending. Should we try this out? Experiment with them. Aha, see? Fucking knew it! Oh god. Good lord. Good lord. They reacted very fast. Yeah.